Hey guys, Jordan here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about shooting single exposure for real estate photography. So let's get into it. All right, so if you're new to my channel and you love real estate photography, make sure to subscribe. Today's video is, comes from a comment on a video that I just posted. It says, why I love single exposure for real estate photography. Walk It Off, David Smith says, just found your channel and sub. Appreciate that. True story. I've shot both HDR and ambient flash for years, but recently I've been shooting HDR and just choosing the center exposure image to edit versus HDR merge, etc. I shoot with either Sony A6400 or Sony A7 III. At ISO 320, I can get so much dynamic range, it's mind-blowing. I almost feel ashamed to confess that, but Lightroom Editing Brush, Radiant, or Linear Tools can produce high-quality images worthy of MLS. This has sped up my post-editing like crazy. I thrive on efficiency too. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, so, when it comes to real estate photography, I don't think there's a one-size-fits-all with the product that you're trying to create, right? I think it's important to kind of dissect your entire process and see, is this necessary? What gains am I doing it by doing it this way? You might be using LR Infuse and you infuse them. You might get a little bit more dynamic range out of the windows, but then you give up some color accuracy in the images. I think with any way that you're shooting and editing real estate photography, there's always pros and cons, right? If you want the most crisp windows, doing all the masking and all that, you're going to get a high quality image, but then you're giving up efficiency time. So you kind of got to weigh the benefits of how you're shooting and editing. And it's great to see, people thinking outside the box. And this guy is experienced. David Smith, he has shot HDR, he shot flash, ambient, and blending. But, at the end of the day, customers pay us for a deliverable, right? So does that deliverable meet the standards that we set for ourselves and our customers, right? So I think it's really important to listen to your customers instead of always, maybe doing things a specific way because that's the regular way to do it or whatever. So, I definitely challenge you to go out there and try new things. I think you'll find, there are several paths to get to that end destination, right? Whether that's single exposure. You're right that, that workflow, if you go from say 3 exposures to a single exposure, you're not blending your things. That's a lot of savings. That's a lot of saved in time transfer. So there is a lot of benefits, but then what are you giving up by that? And is it worth the trade-off, right? So, maybe your editing time goes from 45 minutes down to 15 and, but maybe you lose 5% or maybe, just a small amount of quality in the windows, or maybe you're not losing any quality at all. So I think it's very important just to, try new things, and I think, the one-size-fits-all for real estate photography shooting and editing isn't flambient, right? That seems like that's what everybody's talking about. HDR sucks. Deuce do flambient. Okay, well, that might work for you. What are your customers paying? There's a ton of variables to consider, right? What's your price point? How much are your customers paying? Shooting that way, are you making $15 an hour? Are you making more than that? Or is you spending so much time at the property, moving lights around and doing all this kind of, I've been there, done that, pretty much all these different things. So there's a lot of variables to break down, but appreciate your comment. Thank you for subscribing. That's going to do it for this video. If you got value, hit the like button, and we'll see you guys on the next one.